issues. Like she looked like sick a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like when she was using a lot and stuff like that. So she turns into that person. When we walked into this dimension, she turned into that person. In the dimension I met her in, she was the pretty Marilyn Monroe with all her hair and makeup done, but she was normal Marilyn Monroe, not TV Marilyn Monroe. So we go into that dimension, she turns into like a sad part of herself, right? Put yourself in this dream with me so you understand what happened. And I'm holding her by the waist, still walking. We're walking down this street, and then we start coming back the other way. And she goes, "Oh my God." She goes, "You see, I hate it here." She goes like this to me. "I'm so sorry. I almost betrayed you." And I looked at her. I took her in my hands and I held her like this. I went, "Marilyn, it's okay." I said, you didn't betray me. I always go back. Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you?" Like basically saying to her, "This is not where you belong. This is not where I'm from." I told her, "I come, I look around, I visit, but I leave and I always go back to where I want to go to." And she was like, "Uh-huh, uh-huh." And I was trying to explain to her, like, I'm trying to explain to Marilyn Monroe, don't stay here. Because she obviously took me to that part of her world to show me this is where my mind is stuck. So as the spirit guide that I am in the dreams, I went with her into that dimension. And let me tell you, that dimension was not fun. It was dark, creepy, and then there was a part, I don't know what this was about, but Timothy Chalamet. I guess these are celebrities where their minds are stuck. His face was being ripped off by like wolves and shit. And then he came towards the door. He came towards me, and I said to her, "I always go back, Marilyn. I always go back." That's what I'm trying to say to you. She goes, "I almost betrayed you." Basically, like she was gonna say, "Look, she's here. She doesn't belong here," because they have this system in there where they feel like if someone comes there that doesn't belong there and they tell on them, they could grab them up or something like this. She almost betrayed me. And I said, "Don't worry about it. I always go back." And then I saw Timothy Chalamet getting his face ripped off by wolves, and then I went like this to her: "See, look, I don't want to be here no more. I want to be here no more. Get me out." And I went out and I left the dream and I woke up. So basically, I went into the dream to see Marilyn Monroe, to take her to where she's stuck consciously, which is not in a great place, right? There's different versions of her. One was a pretty, "Hey, me, it's Marilyn." And the other one was like Norma Jean Baker, child in a foster care, nobody cares about me version. And I took her and I said, "I always go back." And traveling through these multi dimensions, you have the ability to help people in these dimensions, is what the guides want to say to you. Okay. So that's how I can explain this to you, is that you go through these dimensions, and the people that need your help the most, yes, sometimes it's celebrities, sometimes it's regular people. The people that need your help the most, you end up going to see them in the dreams. You end up being there with them, and you end up guiding them out of there. And this is not your first time doing it. It's not your first lifetime doing it. This is an ability you've had for a long time, and sometimes when you have dreams, your guide said that you think that that's where you belong and stuff like that, and that you belong in these negative places, like your conscious might be stuck there. But last night I did this thing where, actually for the past week I've been doing this. So if you want guidance on this situation, what do I do to let these versions of me go? You got to cut the cords even between all versions of you that you've created in every time, space, and dimension that doesn't serve your highest good. Because as we go along lifetimes, we create different versions of ourselves, right? Idealistic visions of ourselves that our consciousness has been trapped to. So if you had a lifetime where you were very, very wealthy and you felt guilty about the money you spent, and what an asshole you were and how cheap you were with other people, and then you're stuck in that lifetime repeating that thing. Or you had a lifetime where you were very poor and that lifetime affects you constantly even in this lifetime, and you're still living out those multiple realities. You have to cut cords and ties with all people, places, and things, including yourself, in every time, space, or dimension, past, present, or future, so that you can be free of these collective conscious thoughts that you have, so you can recreate yourself and you can have a true death and rebirth and be reborn and recreate yourself into this dimension where you are consciously living out your physical reality right now, because all of those other realities are an illusion that you've created over time, and you have to release them in order to be free. You heard me? I want you to listen to that part again. hmm You need to listen to that part again. I need to listen to that part again because I just channeled some shit, and I'm gonna need to learn how to